Hey there everybody! In today's free lesson we're going to go over something that I think everybody should know. So therefore it's going to be part of our little series called Things You Should Know. In this particular thing you should know is going to be a pretty standard rhythm that we're going to put into a rock alternative kind of metal type of riff. Now it's a very simple eighth note rhythm. You can turn it into a 16th rhythm if you want to, but for now we're going to keep it eighth notes. Now the riff is going to be one full measure and it's all straight eighth notes, but there's essentially going to be accents on the downbeat of 1, the upbeat of 2, and the downbeat of 4. Now I'm going to use an E power chord as my example, and for the second measure I'm going to switch to a G power chord. Now for the accent it's really going to be the power chord on the downbeat of 1, the and of 1, and the downbeat of 2 will also be a palm mute, just the low E string. So what is essentially happening is you have a group of 3 that's going to recycle. You have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then a group of 2. I'll show you what I mean. So the first of the group is going to be the chord, then we have 2 palm mutes, and then the chord, palm mute, chord, palm mute once. So we have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Now, truly, the count is going to be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. But you'll notice that it's 2 groups of 3 and then a group of 2. So, the technique I want you to focus on is going to be in the right hand. Now, I've come up with this lesson for you because a lot of my private clients have come to me with this issue and I noticed their right hand isn't quite cutting it. So I want you to focus a little bit on the right hand technique. When you're playing the power chord, I want you to think of the term open sounding so that it's nice and loud, nice and open. When you come back to the palm mute, that's when you're going to rest the palm and only palm mute the low E string. So you can even make an exercise where you're looping just a group of 3, where you're going to play 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, just so you can get the feel of your right hand playing off the bridge, and then it comes back to rest for the palm mutes. So you have open and then a palm mute, and a palm mute. So that's the technique that you're going to start to develop. Now when you put it together in a 2-measure phrase, the first measure is going to be an E5, the second measure is going to be in a G5. That can be your looping exercise that you can increase in tempo. So start at a low tempo, something that's comfortable, and eventually build up to a quicker tempo when your right hand is feeling nice and relaxed and comfortable and playing smooth. So there's your 2-measure phrase. So once again, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 So you'll notice you can build it up pretty quick and you get a nice metal riff happening there. So experiment with changing different chords. At least for now, stick with that rhythm until you really master that one technique. So, hope you had fun with it. Move it around, play with it, experiment, practice, 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 and I'll see you at the next lesson.